Welcome to Casual Mania, where we kick back and bring the heat.
She got a great ass.
UFC 285 went down last night. Such a highly anticipated card, and we've got so much to talk about, so let's just get straight into it. Let's not waste any time. I'm going to be going from the early prelims where Ian Gary defeated Song Keenan by a TKO in round 3. And I talked a lot of shit about Gary on my predictions because I believe he's just got so much hype compared to, what he actually kind of is. And he was able to get a finish here, but I mean, still, I don't think he's as impressive as everyone initially believed him to be. He's not caving skulls in the first round like Conor was when he was brought into the UFC. So Gary, a good win from here, but maybe just chill it with the belly strutting for a bit. Moving on to the prelims, Marc-Andre Barrel defeated Julian Marquez by TKO in round 2. I thought Julian might have been able to take this one. He looked really good in the first round, but he got smashed in round 2. He got absolutely obliterated. It was like a 10-5, and like the fight could have been stopped so much earlier than it was. He was taking punishment like relentlessly against the cage. Didn't really put up much of a fight back and was just getting blasted out of there. Hebas defeated Vivian. Straightforward decision, kind of smashed her, really. Wasn't really too much to say there. And she'll be expecting a top 10 ranking. So next up in middleweight, we had Dracus du Plessis defeating Derek Brunson by a corner stoppage at the last second of round number 2. And it's just this frustrated me so much to watch. Like, it's kind of exactly what I thought was going to happen as well. It was basically the same fight as we saw Brunson against Cannonier. It literally almost looked like the exact same thing. It was Brunson looking mean in the first round, good in the stand-up, the grappling, like everything. And then it's like Kevin Lee, he has nothing after round 1. I don't know what it is. It's not like it's like he becomes an entirely different fighter. He has no chance after round 1, it seems. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like him just getting cracked one time and then he can't recover, because that's what I thought it was when he fought Cannonier. It's like he just gets hit once and he's just out on his feet for the rest of the fight. But yeah, I don't know, it was just so disappointing from Brunson. I don't know how he goes from looking so good in the first round and like he's gonna dominate to just, I don't know, looking like he doesn't even want to be there at all. It's just such a shift between rounds. So yeah, the corner, they threw the towel in yet again. I'm pretty sure they did that in the last one as well when he was getting elbows through his face. And Dracus, like, another win for him, but like these wins he's getting just aren't really that impressive. Like, he's almost just getting smashed, and as I also said in the predictions, he just was able to maintain the power kind of through it and able to finish Brunson. But then, like, Brunson was just not even putting up a fight at all, really. He almost accepted defeat as soon as the first round finished. So Dracus called out, who did he call out? I don't know. Because people were talking about him fighting Costa, but he believes now that he's ahead of Costa, which, I don't really even think he is, to be honest. They're kind of almost the same level to me. But, if he's wanting to go up even more, he can fight Whitaker and get murked. So, maybe something like that. But we'll see. We'll see what he does from here. Bantamweight, Cody Garbrandt defeated Trevin Jones. Everyone was looking forward back to the Garbrandt return. And I think I was kind of expecting him to get maybe knocked down the first round yet again. I feel like that's a safe assumption going into a Garbrandt fight. But nah, he was really composed going into this, but a little too composed if we're being honest. He really just looked so afraid. I don't know if he was afraid, but like, he wasn't engaging really at all. And he spent the entire fight doing his little dance and spin moves. It's like, yeah, bro, you're not having a Dominic Cruz performance here. Like, this is the most dead performance of your career. Even Joe Rogan, he was at the start like, oh yeah, it's one of the best Garbrandts we've seen. Like, he's looking so calm and calculated. And then eventually he was just like, oh yeah, he's actually just doing fuck all, really. Like, he should have been smashing this guy, if we're being honest. Like, Cody Garbrandt, former world champion, taking a lot of losses, but those were still against pretty high ranked competition. This guy, not even ranked. Like, when was the last time Garbrandt fought a non-ranked fighter? And he could only go to a 29-28 decision. It was just, Garbrandt said he had a neck injury going into this. We'll see if any more comes out about that and, to the extent in which that was. But yeah, just it was not really what we wanted to see after Garbrandt. Like, I was hoping he'd kind of just be able to smash this guy but nah, kind of a snooze fest really. So, but Garbrandt got a win. Like, I mean, maybe that's something we can celebrate. Garbrandt actually getting a win and not just swinging for the fences with reckless abandonment. But after that, we can move on to the main card. The most hyped guy ever, Bo Nickel, versing Jamie Pickett, and no surprise to anyone, submitting him in the first round. Jamie Pickett said he's gonna appeal this decision, I believe, because it looks like Nickel might have had a low blow like right before he went for the takedown that he got on him. Who cares? Nickel, he was winning this no matter what, so just don't bother, really. Not much else to say about it. We'll see how quickly they'll fast track Bo Nickel. Like, I wonder how quickly they'll start giving him contenders and stuff like that, or if they'll do a slow build like they do with some other people. But like Nickel's got so much hype behind him, he's dominating, and he's got the credentials to his name. So yeah, potentially bright future for him. Work on that striking though, buddy. Lightweight, Mati. I realized I was saying his name wrong. I'm the Polish power grapple man. Gamrot defeating Jalen Turner, split decision. Kind of a controversial decision for some because it was kind of like Turner doing pretty decent on the feet, hitting a few power shots here and there, and then Gamrot just able to wrestle him kind of in the latter half of the rounds, it seemed. I thought this was a straight 30-27 for Gamrot. I didn't really think like there was anything even controversial about the decision at all. Um, People were always so back and forth on what they considered, to be getting people wins on the scorecards or whatever. I thought Gamrot, the wrestling was easily enough to win every round. Like, I didn't think there was any real debate there. So yeah, good win for Gamrot, especially because it was on relatively short notice as well. So, what I'd like to see Gamrot face from here. I don't know, who's in the top five? Someone tell me. Dustin, maybe? Dustin doesn't have a fight. Dustin's thinking he's Connor or some shit at the moment, eh? Like, waiting on the sideline, thinking he's just going to be getting the title shot. Gamrot, beat him up, please. And then in the third from top, catchweight event, obviously, because Jeff Neal missed weight, but Shavkat Ramanov defeated Jeff Neal by submission in round 3. This was a bang-over fight of the night, unquestionably. Jeff Neal, great takedown defense, honestly, great takedown defense, and landing absolute bombs on Shavkat, who was just coming forward, just bringing it to him, and eventually, like, it just kind of got too much for Neal. Shavkat literally looked like a Terminator in there, just coming forward relentlessly. Combination of striking, grappling, showed a chin, showed endurance. Really, just a great performance by him, and he was able to choke Neal out in the third round. So yeah. People talking about him versus Colby next, wouldn't mind that. But there's so many guys at welterweight who have yet to fight each other. It's kind of unbelievable. So many top contenders that just for some reason never fight. So yeah, Colby, anybody really in that top, I'd like to see him face. It's a great division, full of good contenders. So go on. Co-main event, women's flyweight. What a surprise here. Valentina Shevchenko getting submitted by Alexa Grasso. What is it with the woman just loving these upsets? Um, Face crank, round 4, and you could see the squeeze. Everyone's probably seen the photo, but the squeeze Grasso had on Shevchenko, it was like the whole top of her head was red, and as she released the choke, there was just a white line around her face and neck over where her arm had been. So, yeah, Grasso, way better performance than I was probably expecting. Like, not even just from that submission, but she was doing really well on the feet. Her boxing looked really good. Shevchenko, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying she's fallen off by any means, because I do think Grasso just had a really good performance here, but I think Shevchenko might have, like, I don't know. It's like her striking to me just doesn't seem quite as good as it used to be. Like, it's not shit, obviously, but like slightly not as good than it. Like, I don't know. Is she just versing better opponents now? Probably. Like, that's probably just what it is. But it just doesn't seem like Shevchenko's got the power and accuracy as much as she used to. Like, she seemed to be hitting air a lot more, um, and just it just doesn't seem really as ruthless as you've seen her be in the past. And I know a few of her past few fights as well, it seemed like she's kind of had to rely on the grappling a bit more instead of the striking. So I don't know. Just just something I was kind of thinking about. Maybe I'm just completely wrong, but it's just what I was thinking. But yeah, Grasso, I mean, nothing to be taken away. Great performance. She was doing great on the feet, like I said as well. I did have Shevchenko up 2-1 going into the fourth, and then it looked like Grasso was taking that round, so would have been 2-2 going into the fifth. But Shevchenko pulling out Chris Weidman and going for a spinning back kick and getting the back taken into the choke. And Grasso is your new women's flyweight champion, which I guess no one expected, but I mean, that's what we love about MMA, right? Just the unexpected happens and it is amazing. So, yeah, I'd say book that rematch. I'd love a Mexico card with Moreno, Grasso. Is there someone else? I feel like there's a third. Oh, yeah, Yair Rodriguez, interim champion, Volk, main event. Yeah, do that now. I think that would be awesome. So, yeah, hopefully that's something that the UFC are looking into. And without further ado, let's go into the main event. John Jones, Cyril Gane, heavyweight debut. Hype. Is he going to be shit? Is he fat? Like, everyone just had everything to say about John going into this. And he proved everybody, I mean, maybe wrong and right simultaneously because, there's probably people on both sides with different opinions. But whatever. Jones making it just look so easy. Like, as everything he said in the build-up, how shit Gane was. I mean, I still don't think Gane's absolute trash. He's obviously just not well-rounded as in terms of like the grappling and everything like that. But no, John literally walking through him, just taking him down straight away and just putting him into a guillotine in 2 minutes and becoming the heavyweight champion. So, like, obviously John Jones GOAT already, no question about that in my mind. Didn't even think it was arguable, but now it really is not arguable at all. There's no one even close. Yeah, I think John will probably just smash everyone at heavyweight, to be honest. He's meant to be fighting Stipe next. Doesn't even look like Stipe wanted it to be. I just don't think anyone can even take John. He's just too good. He just really is too good. And, when it comes to heavyweight, most of them are, like, pretty one-dimensional. Either just power hitters or, yeah, I mean, like, a lot of the time, that's just what it is. A lot of power hitters are able to make their way to the top, which is why Gane was interesting, because he, was more of a technical striker while also maintaining the power of a heavyweight. But he was absolutely dismantled. So, yeah, there's Stipe next. And then after that, like, what even is there really? I guess the winner of Pavlovich and Curtis Blades. So we'll see how impressive they can be in their next fight if they even look like they'll stand a chance against John. But I mean, I just don't know. I just don't think so. John, just the GOAT, the GOAT. And as of now, he is still champion. Like, it hasn't been stripped at this point, so that's good to see. Wonder how party last night. I mean, Connor was at the event, and those who love to they love getting rowdy. So yeah, but what a card, eh? Like, so eventful. And honestly, just more than anything, I'm just happy that John won. It was so good to see him with that heavyweight belt. Hopefully this time he just doesn't mess it up. I've said that so many times over the years, and I've just been disappointed a lot. John, please don't let me down this time. Please hold on to that belt. And then we'll have so much to look forward to in the future, hopefully, not just with him, but, with all the winners of this card, because a lot of them were contenders and up-and-comers, and there's a lot of hype surrounding these people going forward. So, yeah, 285, really good card, enjoyed it. Only complaint I'd have is probably wanted to see some more knockouts, but, can't go wrong with some good submissions. And the people, for the most part, I wanted to win winning. So, yeah. Let's go. UFC 285, that's it. It's in the books. Got Jan versus Merab next week. Hopefully Merab gets sent packing. And then also we have Usman versus Edwards rematch coming up. So, yeah, can't wait for that. So much great UFC coming forward, so stay tuned for the reviews and all that.